Hello and welcome to the Silver Edition. I'm Megan Efker and our guest today is Monona Grove High School head basketball coach Jalen Walker. Jalen, welcome to our program.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me. I'm pretty excited. So yeah, thanks.
Awesome. Okay, for our audience, can you share a bit about yourself and how long you've been coaching basketball?
So I have been coaching at Monona Grove for, this will be my 6th year. I've been coaching probably around 10 years. In college, I started off coaching like 4th, 5th graders.
Oh, yeah.
And it was kind of fun because it just really don't teach them much besides to like space out or whatever. And then moved here and I started coaching AAU basketball and JV2 basketball. So it's about 10 years it's been since I've done that and camps and all that good stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how you were selected to be the head coach for Monona Grove?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't really know. I've been here, I feel like I've been here for a long time. I started off as the assistant to the JV2 coach, which there's not even a position for that. I just kind of hung out with the basketball people. And then I got the JV position, or JV2 position, the JV position. And then Bree Murphy left. She's now coaching in St. Louis. Shout out to Bree, by the way. Bree, we miss you. And I kind of applied. It wasn't kind of my first thing that I wanted to do. I kind of liked being the hype guy and
Yeah.
the JV guy. But there was a lot of people in the community for Monona Grove and Cottage Grove that kind of not pushed me, but kind of was like, I think you'd be good at this. And Bree kind of gave me her stamp as well. And so after that, I applied, and I guess the rest was history. I didn't realize that many people kind of liked me, so it was good. So I think it felt like the next step for me, and Joe did a great job. Schneider did a great job of just kind of still walking me through a bunch of stuff to kind of get this whole thing started. So I don't really know how it came about. I'd like to think that people were rooting for me a little bit, which was exciting, but so that's kind of that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then, Jalen, can you talk about the basketball team? How are we looking for this season? Any returning players and, of course, upcoming players?
Yeah. So I think we're gonna do some really good things on all 3 levels. I love to talk about the JV and the JV2 groups as well, because they're all learning and they're getting better and they're kind of the future. So I think those 2 groups are going to be really good. And then I think our varsity group we're going to be a unique team. Last year we had 5 seniors who all were college scholarship kids. And so we miss them and we love them. And we know they're doing great where they are. But this year, this group I would say the one word that they'll hear from me alongside the word family is just we're resilient. Just from a returning standpoint, I have 5 seniors and two juniors, and all of those kids are really tough. They like to compete. They like to win. And right now we're just working through what we can control, how we can control it. Danny Becker came off of a great season last year. At one point, I think she was number 5 in the state for shooting percentage, which was outstanding. Also, we've got people who are going to have a bigger role this year in Sid Glenn, who has been phenomenal for the program as she's been in high school, and you got Kayla McQueenie, who's also a senior. She's coming back as well, who I think is a genius. She plays our point guard position, and she's a genius with the basketball in her hand. And you got Kata, who's a tough competitor. You got Lauren, who's a really, really tough competitor, probably one of our highest competitors, and someone who can shoot the ball and communicates really well with the other kids. And you got Soph, who's who's a really good shooter, really good personality. So out of all of my returners, I think I talked about all of them, so I don't have to hear any of their mouths. But I think we're going to be tough. I think I don't necessarily know yet who is going to be the new kids on the block, but I know whoever it is that comes to tryouts and plays hard, they're going to fit right in with this group. And I think because we lost a lot of seniors, a lot of people are potentially counting us out. And I wouldn't do that just yet. Let us start practicing and playing first. But yeah, my 7 returners are really great. They're just going to be great leaders. So I'm excited. I think we're gonna turn some heads, and I think we're gonna hopefully get a student section that can help us out and scream their heads off, and that'll hype us up as well. So I think we're gonna have a pretty good year.
That sounds awesome. Can you talk about the upcoming season? Maybe give us a preview of what we can expect.
Yeah, you can definitely expect. And you may know this because you've seen me coach before, but you can definitely expect me to be kind of crazy on the sidelines. You can definitely expect me to be yelling and screaming and kind of hyping my kids up, all in good fashion. And you can expect us to be really fast, play really hard defense, and just have fun. Anyone, I think this year with me, I think the biggest thing is, if you join the basketball program, still time by the way, if you join the basketball program, we're going to emphasize on competing. We're going to emphasize on all the stuff that you're supposed to do in any sport that you play. We're also going to emphasize on having a lot of fun. We're going to emphasize on trying to just make sure this isn't a grueling time for every kid, because it's hard when you start in November. And then time changes. Now it's dark when you get to school, dark when you leave school, like all that stuff. It stinks, right? So, and as coaches, we know that. So the biggest thing that we want to do is just make sure that we can keep it fun while keeping it competitive, while trying to win as many games as possible and make the best run that we can. So I think that's the expectation. I think you're going to see just a lot of kids playing free basketball and with some structure, of course, but just trying to be the best them that they can be when they're out playing. So that's my expectation. I hope we can fulfill that. But yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. What are you most excited about regarding the upcoming season?
I think it's a great question. I don't know. I think I'm excited about, there's a long list of things. I think I'm excited because it's my first time coaching at a varsity level. I think I'm also excited because I have this group. This group of kids, to me, is I will also use the word unique a lot. They're very unique. And they, trying to get them to compete isn't hard. And if you kind of let them just compete in their own way, but just do it to the best of their abilities, they exceed all expectations. So I'm the most excited about just watching all of them grow. I'm most excited about, like I said before, our JV and JV2 teams and how they develop. The craziest thing is to see a kid I can't even think of one. A kid like Kayla McQueenie, who started off in high school playing JV for 2 years, and now she's such a big part of this program, or any of my seniors, right, where you get to just a great chance to watch these kids grow for so long. I saw you at one level and now you're here, right? So I think I'm excited about that the most. I'm also excited just to kind of hopefully bring in the community of Monona Grove and let them have a focus on girls basketball. Obviously, everyone knows that women's basketball now is on this upward trajectory, and so we're just hoping that we can kind of do that justice and continue to keep it competitive and work hard and all that stuff. So I'm excited to see how we grow as a community in Monona Grove, and excited to see how we grow as a team. So yeah, those are probably my 3 things. I probably could go off for about 50 minutes about it, but those are my top 3.
That sounds great. As we begin to wrap up our show today, do you have anything you'd like to share with our viewers? First thing, if you want to play basketball, come and play basketball.
I'm not as scary as everyone says I am. And the biggest thing, like I said before, is community. I like to support anything MG. I really want our team to be supportive of everyone, and I would want the community to be supportive of us. Having a big student section always makes things fun. Having people from the community just stop in and get excited. Having youth kids come and watch where they potentially could play in the future is really cool. So I've said it from the beginning, and I'll continue to say it. Community is a huge part of my life and kind of how I grew up. And so my hope is that the community can kind of gather around us as a team, but more importantly, all sports, all activities in Monona Grove, because I think when you bring a community in on something and they have something to believe in, kind of boosts up the morale of whoever. So that's what I'm excited about. Excited for my first year. I'm excited for all my kids to grow and do their best. So I think that's all I can think of right now. Excited for my new coaches as well. I want to shout them out, my new coaches, and all the things that they bring to the table, and Selena and Annalise, who also have been around for a while. So I'm really excited. We got 2.5 weeks before it's go time, and I hope people come and show support, because we would love that. So yeah.
That sounds awesome. Jalen, thank you so much for coming today. If you would like to see more episodes of the Silver Edition, please visit us on Monona Community Media's YouTube page or download the Monona Go app by using your smartphone's app store. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next time.